It's that time of the week. We're going to do another video. Okay, so this set I am doing, it is a copy of a set that I have done multiple times. I originally did them in yellow, pink and green. There they are. Cute. But I did this set and everybody wanted them, so this girl come in. So I've done about 10 sets now. Like literally there just was no variation on them whatsoever. I was actually getting quite bored of them, but this girl come in last week and asked for them, but in a different color. So they're exactly the same set, but just different colors are being used in this set. So here we go. I thought I'd record them for you. First up, already as per usual, prepped these nails, pushed back the cuticles, etched the nail plate, cleansed the nail plate, and got rid of all that naff stuff on the nail plate and applied my foams. I've also dehydrated and primed, and this yellow is highlighter yellow from Annabelle's. So under Annabelle's colours, I never use a clear base unless I'm going to go in and I'm going to infill these nails. But this young lady is going to be away for quite a long time. So by the time she gets back, she'll just want them off in a new set. So I didn't go in with a clear base under this. Some of my other colours from CJP that say design, I do go with a clear base. But this one is a strength powder, definitely. I've used it multiple times, never had a problem with it, touch wood. So yeah, that's the only Annabelle colour that I'm going to use in this set. The rest are CJP. So we've got birthday suit, I'm ombreing that down, and this is the thumb. I actually did a video of the thumb. What the heck, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm just ombreing the birthday suit down. So cuticle bead, brush behind it and pat it across and pull down the side. As Kylie always says, pat, pat, push, pull, pull, push. Whatever, she says it and she says it right. Like that's exactly how I do it as well. So I have kind of picked that up a little bit because I watch all of her videos as she is a month. I'm going in with crystal glass here and I'm going to cap this nail off. So I am using my Glitter Bells brush in a size 10, and I am also using CJP Monomer, the ultra adhesive one. So yeah, I just thought I'd add that bit in because I know you all like to know. I'm feeling a little bit hype. It's a bit late at night. I've done an awful lot of nails this week. Not only was this set a bit repetitive this week, but I also did an orange set, all orange and nude, and they also went mental. So literally last week I was just doing the orange set and this set repeatedly. Like, I can't complain because it's a lot of business, but I just want people to think outside the box like this girl. Just change the colour up a little. Just swap something around. Do you know what I mean? It's boring for me to repeat the same design that I've already done. I want to create new designs, do you know? And I've got a flexi hand and I literally have not had time to play with it. I am currently wearing short nude nails. Oh, you can see them there you go. I'd just done them that day and literally I'm wearing short nude nails because I just do not have the time or the energy for anything else. Just think outside the box, give me a boost, do you know what I mean? So I'm just going in here. I've applied the forms to the other 4 fingers. I do this separately because when I'm doing the thumb, the forms on the other hands, because they're long forms, they do tend to get in the way. So I do the thumb first and then I move across and put the rest of the forms on after that. So I've just applied a pinching tool there. That will help with the C curve. It will help with my filing later. It just makes everything beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, anyway, so this one is birthday suit and I'm just going to do a full nail of birthday suit. So pulling in the sides, keeping nice straight lines in line with the natural nail, and then once I've got my straight lines and I'm happy with the sides, I will pull down the rest and I will create the length and the shape at the end. So yeah, I also watched another one of Kylie's videos this week. and she was going on about the sidewalls, and that's something else that I wasn't aware that I did. But while I was actually creating these nails, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. So I always pay great attention to the sides, and then the rest of it comes a little bit later because that can all be filed back into shape afterwards. You just need that structure on the sides. And I never explain things like other nail techs because they're all awesome and I am not. I just waffle. So I just thought I'd explain that to you as well. So yeah, so if you want anyone to thank for that, that's Kylie, because I would have never told you that. Second bead going in at the cuticle, popping that bead down, keeping my brush behind, and then blending it into the first. And then, I mean, that looks a bit thin to me, so I'm probably going to go back in and just put my apex in there. So I'll probably place a bead just before the line of the, there, that's where I'm going to place a bead. I'm going to place that there, go behind it again, pull it down the sides, and then feather that out. So then I've got a nice apex. Yes. So hello and welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Like literally, there's nearly 5,000 of you that want to watch me do nails. Are you mad? Are you mad though? Like, who wants to watch me do nails? I mean, I want to watch me do nails so then I can see what I do wrong, but I don't know why you want to watch me do nails. But thank you anyway. I love you all. And if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe. Sorry about that noise. That's my chair. I'm twizzling around in my chair. And thank you also to everybody who give me suggestions for my 5K video. Lily Sue's, that's my daughter, she's my daughter. Lily suggested that I do it blindfolded. I can barely do it without a blindfold, Lil, so I don't know if that's a good idea. Someone suggested getting somebody who's never done nails before to do mine. That could be an idea, but do I want some kind of crazy naff nails on my hands? I don't know. I'm going to have to get some of them nail shields. And like I said, I do have a bit of a secret one as well that my sister come up with. So I'm not decided. I'm still a few off yet anyway, so I've got a while. So if you ever got any more suggestions, just let me know. This colour is Lime Splash. This is one of CJP's new ones. So I'm just going to ombre that with something. I think I ombre this with nude, maybe. Is it Birthday Suits? Yes, it is Birthday Suits. I'm going to ombre that. All of these colours from CJP, I have to say, all ombre beautifully. Like, so nice. They do ombre really nicely together. So I do enjoy doing that with these. They are good. And they are good to marble as well. They're really, really good for marbling. I have started drying out the back of my bead. That's my new thing this week, because I was listening to, I think it might have been Liz Guild. I think she did a live, and or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. It's usually Liz Guild if I'm watching CJP. But someone said that it is a drier system. So even though I do tend to use it wetter now, and now I've got this brush, I think it might be because it has, even though it's a size 10, it has got quite a big barrel on it. So I have been working like quite wet, and I do use a lot of different colours as well, which tends to sort of not mess my application up much, but like sometimes I use everything wetter just to be on the safe side. I don't know if that makes sense. Rather than use one with a drier bead and then one with a wetter bead, I just tend to do everything wetter. But I have started draining off my beads for my CJP, because when I watch Liz apply any kind of colour bead to a nail, I get instantly jealous because it just sits right there. So yeah, that's another thing that I've learned this week. I'm going to drain my beads for CJP and make them drier, because it works. And that's what I'm all about, is finding out what works. And I just pick up little tiny things off every nail tech, and eventually I'll just have just a whole system that just works fantastically. Do you know? That's what I mean. Yeah, it makes sense to me in my head. Not much if it doesn't make sense to me, but that makes sense to me. So I'm just going to go in here with crystal glass. I have no idea why, but I'm going to go and find out, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so the clear base is because I'm going to marble. So I'm going to do a nice thin clear base, pull out the length, and it is going to be really, really thin, and then I'm going to marble over the top of that. Okay, so with Lagoon and Lime Splash, I'm picking up a bead of each of them. And then I'm just going to quickly ombre around the cuticle area. So it's just a bit of a mishmash. And then I've got my highlighter yellow, Lime Splash and Lagoon. So Lime Splash and Lagoon are both CJP, and the highlighter yellow is from Nails by Annabelle. And then I've put a little bit of Birthday Suit in there as well. And I'm just going to swoosh, swoosh them together. I feel like this might have been my least favourite marble. It was a bit of a sugar to do. It was a bit of a nightmare. I'm sure it was. Or was it? Maybe it wasn't this one. I had one that looked a bit more liney than marbly, and I didn't really like it. So you always get one that you like more than the other. This one maybe, don't know which one this one is, but yeah. So I'm just going to marble them together. You can still see how thin that is. There's no apex there. I am literally just playing around with the colour. And then once I've got all of them, I do tend to pat these down a little bit. I need to stop doing that. The reason that I do that is because I really like smooth surfaces and straight lines. So it is a bit of an OCD thing with me, but it doesn't matter if your marble is bumpy because you're going to cap it in clear anyway, so you won't even be able to see the bumps. But yeah, I do still do that, and I shouldn't, but there you go. Watch, I'll pat it. I bet you'll pat that down because I won't be able to cope with it. It's already messing with my brain. I'll either pat it down or I'll add some more in to make it look more even. That's what I do because I just can't help myself. And then we're going to go in and cap it. So I'm just moving my pinching tool along. So each time I do one nail, I will move it along to the one previous. And that's the way that I do that. Some crystal glass, place it down at the cuticle, pat behind the bead, pull down the sides so then it doesn't dribble, and then pat it out and stroke that down. I try and do this minimal, but I do still get some air bubbles sometimes. I didn't in this one, but I do want that crystal clear look. So I don't claim to be perfect. I am still only 2 years in. I'll be 3 years in February that I've been qualified, and literally every day I learn something new, and I will probably always learn something new every day. I'm aiming for perfection, but it's probably going to take quite some time. So I never claim to be perfect. I do things wrong. I put down wet beads. I make naff nails on some days, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. So I don't claim to be perfect, but I have seen a lot of progress since I first started doing these videos. And lots of people say that they can see an improvement. But yeah, this is just, I'm just doing my best, you know what I mean? That's all you can do. So once again with Lagoon at the free edge, and then I'm patting that down and out. And I'll keep doing that. I don't care that it's uneven at the moment because I will even it out with another bead. I'm just trying to get the side wall structure and the length. And then I'll add in another bead, smooth that out, and then I'll do the ombre. Every time. Same thing every time. See, I'm not doing this from memory because I'm a 43-year-old lady and I don't remember like doing these nails last week. It's just been a blur this week of exactly the same nails, like I said. So I don't actually remember the exact things from this set, but I know that this is me. I like to smooth it out. Do you know what I mean? Just keep smoothing it out. And then I will ombre over that with Birthday Suit. All that will be left to do, no, I'll tell you what's left to do. I'm going to probably go off camera and file these once I've done this ombre, and then when I come back we will do some pretty little flowers. But these multicolored flowers this week for me have been, I did them once before I went away on holiday, and I've come back and literally everybody, nearly all of my clients want exactly the same nails. Like I did 3 sets in a row the other day and I couldn't get them to deviate slightly from what they asked for, which was an exact picture. It was my picture. It was one of my pictures from my Instagram. And they said, can I have these? And I'm like, yeah, but so many people have had these. And like, I don't care, I want these. So they must have liked them. I'm not too sure about this colour like this colour combo. They do turn out beautiful in the end, but I'm not sure which ones I like the most. So you see in the photo at the beginning, you tell me which ones you prefer. It's each to their own, I think. It's just like, I don't really like blue nails. I had blue nails on like the week before last, but I don't actually like blue nails. For some reason, I did mine blue. So there you go. Everyone's different. So I'm going to leave that with you and I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to probably add some music into this video, by the way, because to be fair, I'm tiring myself out just waffling absolute nonsense. So I'm back again and I am now going to top coat with CJP Tack Free Top Gloss. I do this once I have filed and I've cleaned the nails, I top coat before I do flowers. Simply because I haven't got time to be trying to top coat around flowers. Just nobody's got time for that. So I top coat first and then I go in with my 3D nail art. I've always done it that way. That is just the way that I do it. You can do it the other way around and top coat around them, but why? Why? Just why would you? Like, just top coat it. It's so much easier. Top coat it, go in with your 3D. And the good thing about that is as well is if you place down a bead that you think is too wet or you don't like the way that the bead is looking, before it dries you can whip it off. Just whip it off. Do you know what I mean? Start again. It's easy. Easy peasy. Okay, so first bead is Lagoons. This full flower will be in Lagoon. So I've placed down my bead and I just like to put it in the kind of shape that I want my petals. So usually they mostly want round petals. I can do the pointy petals, I can do roses, I can do them all, but they mostly want the rounded petals. So I pull down the bottom so it's in like a teardrop kind of bead and then I press it out. It's dead easy. So placing a bead, that one was a bit wet, but you will see me. I'll come back in a minute. I'll just push it back into shape until it dries out a little bit and then I will press into it. So usually I do this and then I'll separate it from the other bead as well. So you can see me cutting a line back down the middle. And then by that time, it's easy, press it in, tip at the point where I've done my raindrop shape and push back with the bristles and there you go. Simple. Nice, easy, straightforward flower. I do tend to put 4 or 5 petals down. It depends on how I'm feeling. Sometimes I get to the 4th petal and then I'll do an upside down petal and add in another flower, so it'll sort of connect. The next flower will go in that gap, but I think I did a full 5 petal one on this one and then I'll do the other one. So I just sort of work around the nail, however the nail looks, however long the nail is, I'll just try and fit them in where I can. So with my beads for flowers, I literally dip the tip of that brush in. If it comes out a little bit too wet, I try not to press my brush onto it again after I've laid the bead. I'll always wipe my brush at least 2 times before I touch that bead again because I don't want to feed it anymore. I don't want it to be any wetter. The drier your bead is for flowers, then the better they are, because otherwise they can end up quite squidgy and you don't want that. So I'm going to place down 2 of the lime splash. So 1 and 2. Don't panic, just keep them pushed up so then they're not moving off that nail. So keep them nice and round and then press back. There you go. And I've gone out a shot. There you go. I'm pointing, press back and then push the bead back together. So it looks like a little bow. And then I'll place 1 in the middle and you have a nice little half flower. Dead simple way to start doing flowers. Dead simple. These are the first ones that I learned how to do. Really easy and straightforward. Place the bead, I need a nap. Place the bead, wait as long as you possibly can before it sets and then push into it. There you go. Beautiful. The bottom flower is always just a little bit harder because you want a smaller bead. But even when I pick up bigger beads for my flowers at the bottom, I sort of improvise. I'll just tuck them back up, so it'll make the flower, so it'll make the petal chunkier, but smaller to look at, if you know what I mean. Don't panic. And like I said, because I've already top coated as well, if that was way too big and I couldn't work with it, I would have just swiped it off and started again, put another bead down and done it again. So that is the flowers. I'm going to add a couple of gems onto there. I will leave you my finished products, and hopefully you liked these nails as much as my clients seem to do. I'm personally sick of them. And I hope I don't have to do another set this week. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed them. If you haven't already, please do like and oh, look at me swiping off a petal. If you haven't already, please do like and subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. Love you all. Bye.